What separates a great athlete from a true warrior? It isn't trophies or highlight reels. It's the mindset that turns pain into strength, defeats into fuel, and obstacles into stepping stones. Few embodied this more than Michael Jordan. Yes, he was the greatest basketball player of all time. 6 championships, 5 MVPs, countless records. But his legacy was not built on talent alone. It was forged in mindset, teamwork, perspective, and relentless resilience. Jordan's words reveal not just the heart of a champion, but the philosophy of a warrior. And today we'll explore 3 of his most powerful quotes. Lessons that go far beyond basketball and into the battlefield of life. Let's begin. Quote 1. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Jordan was undeniably talented. His raw ability could win games on its own. But even he recognized, one man cannot carry an empire forever. This is why he valued teamwork. The Chicago Bulls dynasty wasn't built on Jordan alone. It was built on Pippen's defense, Rodman's rebounding, Kerr's shooting, Phil Jackson's vision. Jordan's genius was not just scoring. It was elevating everyone around him. Now let's turn to history. Alexander the Great conquered much of the known world before the age of 30. But his brilliance was not just his own. He had generals like Parmenion, cavalry leaders like Hephaestion, engineers and soldiers who believed in him. Talent alone didn't build an empire. Teamwork and intelligence did. Modern example? Think of Elon Musk's companies. Tesla and SpaceX weren't built by one man. They were built by teams of engineers, designers, and leaders working in unity. Jordan's quote teaches us that talent can spark fire, but teamwork builds an eternal flame. Here are 3 warrior takeaways. Share the burden. Even the strongest warrior falls without allies. Value intelligence. Brute force wins battles. Strategy wins wars. Lead by example. A warrior doesn't just command to do it. He inspires others to rise. Talent may win a night, but teamwork wins eternity. Quote 2. I've never lost a game. I just ran out of time. This is Jordan's warrior mindset in its purest form. Notice the shift. He doesn't call it a loss. He calls it running out of time. This is perspective, refusing to see defeat as permanent. Jordan lost games, even championships, but in his mind, the battle wasn't over. It was simply unfinished. That's the difference between a warrior and a victim. Warriors don't call setbacks losses. They call them lessons or delays. History is full of this mindset. Hannibal Barca, the great Carthaginian general, inflicted devastating defeats on Rome. But when the tides turned against him, he never admitted defeat. He simply retreated, rebuilt, and returned to the fight. To him, time was the enemy, not destiny. In modern terms, think of Thomas Edison. Thousands of failed experiments weren't losses, they were steps. He didn't fail 10,000 times, he simply found 10,000 ways that didn't work until one finally did. Jordan's wisdom is a challenge to us all. When you fail, don't call it the end. Call it unfinished business. Here are 3 ways to apply this in life. Redefine loss. You didn't lose. You just haven't won yet. Play the long game. A warrior sees beyond today's score to the bigger war. Stay hungry. Running out of time today means fighting harder tomorrow. Jordan reminds us the clock may stop, but the warrior's fight never does. If Jordan's wisdom is hitting you harder than a buzzer beater, then pause here and like this video. Share it with someone chasing greatness, and subscribe to Conrad Warriors. Every week we bring you the mindset of legends who never stopped fighting. Now let's continue. Quote 3. Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. This is Jordan's philosophy of resilience. Life puts walls in front of us. Poverty, rejection, injury, betrayal. Most people hit the wall and stop. Warriors don't. Warriors adapt. Jordan's career itself was an example. In high school, he was cut from the varsity team. That was a wall. He didn't stop. He worked harder, climbed over it, and became unstoppable. Later in his career, when defenses trapped him, he adapted, improving his fadeaway jumper, reinventing his game. History teaches the same. Julius Caesar, facing the Rubicon, didn't see a wall. He crossed it, sparking a civil war that would reshape Rome. Helen Keller, born deaf and blind, faced a wall greater than most of us could imagine. And yet she became a writer, activist, and inspiration to millions. Modern examples are everywhere. Entrepreneurs pivoting businesses, soldiers adapting mid-battle, parents finding new ways to provide for their children despite hardship. Jordan's wisdom here is timeless. The wall is not the end, it's a test. Here are 5 warrior lessons from this truth. Every wall has a weakness. Look for cracks, doors, or paths others miss. Adapt, don't quit. If one strategy fails, invent another. Use resilience as fuel. Every obstacle you overcome builds unshakable strength. Stay creative. Sometimes the solution isn't direct, it's sideways. Honor the struggle. The wall exists to make you greater once you pass it. Jordan's resilience shows us that walls are not barriers. They are invitations to rise. Michael Jordan's wisdom goes beyond basketball. It is the code of a warrior who understood the power of teamwork, perspective, and resilience. His 3 lessons today echo across history. Talent may win a night, but teamwork and intelligence win eternity. Defeat is never final. It is only unfinished business. Obstacles are not barriers. They are the proving grounds of warriors. These truths remind us that greatness is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them. Not about walking alone, but about building alliances. Not about fearing walls, but about finding ways through them. Now let's close with this. When you face life's battles, remember Jordan's wisdom. Build your team. Redefine defeat. Break through walls. That is how warriors rise, not only in sports, but in life itself. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. More warriors await.